Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about the 5 steps of building a brand identity from start to finish. So before we jump into it, we're going to answer the question, what is a brand, and also why is it important? So in this video, we're going to be referring to the visual identity of a brand and all of the elements that create the look and the feel of the company. So that will include all of the different elements such as your logo, typography, icons, colors, design elements. So this brand is going to represent your mission, goals, and visually help you to stand out in the crowd, which is going to lead to brand recognition, increased sales, and hopefully loyal customers and so much more. So step 1, define the business. So I meet with my clients at the onset of every project just to get an idea of what are their branding goals and just to define the business and their organization as a whole. So some of the things that I inquire when I meet with them is to find out their company name, what products and services they're offering, and who's their target audience. Are they B2B, B2C, from business to business or business to consumer? And then of course, what is their mission and vision for their company? And then also any taglines or slogans that they have, because this can be used later even within your design elements. So step 2, understand the project scope. So some things that you can ask during this stage is, will we be starting this brand from scratch, or is this a rebrand? What design items are they looking for? And some of those things can include, of course, the logo, style guide, business cards, flyers, brochures, banners, website, and then do they have any ideas on look and feel or design elements? Do they have any samples of things that they like that could help for inspiration? And then of course, establishing your budget during this process is good. And then that way you guys are on the same page of what they're going to be looking for and how much everything is going to cost. So step 3, research the competition. So this is very important because this is going to allow you to understand the value add and key differentiators between your client and the industry and all of their competitors. So you can identify those competitors and understand what they're doing. What is their messaging? What does their brands look like? And then that's going to help you to be able to narrow down how not only can your client fit into this industry and look like they belong visually, but also how do they stand out in the crowd? You know, what sets them apart? What makes them unique? And also you can find any logos that you like from the competitors, not to copy or anything like that, but just to inspire you and understand what works in this industry design-wise and visually. So that leads us to step 4, which is the most important step of all, designing. So now you've done everything, you've got your research, you understand what the client's wants and needs are. And so now you can put all of that information and data together to design the project. And so that'll include all of the elements that you talked about when you came up with the scope of the project. And of course, the start is going to be the logo, which is going to be like the heart of the company, the business, and any elements that come from that. When you design the logo for your client, you always want to make sure that it's a scalable vector file. So many people, they just create a logo like in Photoshop, or you know, they'll just give them a JPEG file, which is a flattened file. But if a company is really trying to do some serious branding and marketing, then they're going to need a vector file so that that file can be scalable. They can use it on something as small as a business card or as large as a billboard. So if you have a vector file, then that file is going to be able to be enlarged and stretched, and it's not going to lose its quality. And if you have a flattened file, then once you start scaling it, it's going to become pixelated and grainy, and it's just not going to look professional and high quality. So as a designer, when I am entering into this process with the logo design, I usually always give my clients 3 to 5 samples. So I think that 3 to 5 is a great number because I definitely always want to give a nice variety, because even if a client is very specific about what they want, you still should always give them something else, because what they saw in their mind just may not work once you actually implement it into a design element. So I always try to provide them a few different options so that they have something to choose from. But at the same time, you don't want to overload your client, because if you start giving them 10 different samples and there's all these different variations, you know, it can just be a little bit overwhelming. And so you definitely don't want to go too far, but I think 3 to 5 is great, and leaning more towards 5 so that you can have a few variations of one style and then also give them something completely different. So now step 5, which is designing additional elements. So you're seeing the whole process from start to finish. You've designed the brand, designing all the additional elements that are needed, such as the items that were discussed in the project scope, the presentation folders, the website, all of those things. So that'll be step 5 after you create that logo, just to give you the basic structure of what the brand is going to look like. Now you can carry those elements through into all the other elements and see them through to production. So as an added bonus, there's one more step. So those are the 5 steps to building the brand. But once everything is done, the next phase that you can go into is brand management. And so I always love to keep in touch with my clients and just check in with them, make sure that their brand is working for them, make sure that they don't need any tweaks or updates to anything, and then also see if they have any additional needs. You know, things may have come up now, they're in business, they're using their brand, so they may say, hey, I'm ready for a website now, or I need some social media templates that I can use to promote my new product or service. So just make sure that you stick in there with them and just continue the relationship and just make them a lifelong client, and make sure that they are happy and well taken care of from a design standpoint. So thank you guys so much. I hope that these steps were helpful for you. If you're a designer that is looking to use these different steps in your design process for clients, or if you are a business owner and you're just trying to understand the process so that you know what you need to look forward to when you start working with the designer as well. And if anyone is interested in utilizing my services, put my website down in the description box. So reach out if you have any questions or if you're looking for any design services. So thank you guys, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.